Palm Beach County, Florida is a long way from a battlefield, and while you can't see anyone's scars here,
Titan King, come!
Some of those who wore the uniform when our nation needed them most are still at war, but it's in the memories that haunt them. An enemy IED explosion in Iraq, to Sergeant Jack Lord, retired, sounded just like that dump truck tire that blew out.
While I was driving, the back tire of the dump truck blew. Like it wasn't just a flat, it was an explosion, like, you know, a tire blowing.
And you heard?
I heard it, I felt it. For a moment, I was there. I mean, I swerved. It was one of the scariest situations since coming back.
And in your mind, were you back in Iraq at that moment?
For a split second, yeah.
Sassy, who's a good girl? There you go.
Since he got his therapy dog, Sassy, Jack says triggers are muted.
She's there to help me with anxiety. She's there to be my buddy.
Not too different than you might say in the military, watching your six,
100%.
watching your back.
I've never thought of it that way, but you're 100% right. I am never more comfortable than when I'm with my Army buddies. I feel the same way with my dog.
Semper Fi Service Dogs is a charity that rescues pooches from shelters. And then, after months and months of training with those in need, the rescued dogs become the rescuers.
I consider it like having a battle buddy.
Ryan Onda, a veteran himself, trains and matches vets with dogs. What's it like when you see the dog make a connection with a vet?
When I see the connection, it's like I might not be rich, but it's spiritually I'm rich because I know I just changed not only that veteran's life, but just like you drop a petal in a pond, it changes everyone's life around that veteran.
PTSD in part is why veterans are 60% more likely to separate or divorce than the average American.
I have severe nightmares.
It's been a challenge, but he's better. He's getting better.
In just the last year, Emma joined the Kirk-Makowski family. If only Vinny and Linda, married 39 years, had known how a PTSD therapy dog could help. Vinny is a Vietnam vet. The memories of death and killing in the jungles still creeps in 5 decades later.
Those things stick with you, and
it doesn't fade.
Doesn't fade. They just keep reliving it.
Drafted in 1968, fighting in Vietnam a year later.
The kicking and punching and my nightmares.
What
it all comes out, and we have pillows between us to protect her.
He's fighting. He's fighting. He's trying to stay alive. He's physically fighting in the jungles, and his nightmares take him back there.
Now, when he begins to thrash, Emma goes to work.
I'm sleeping in bed, and she's at my head.
If you start having night terrors,
nightmares, she'll wake me up.
That's her job.
That's her job.
As we honor our vets this week, they ask for understanding.
I've had some people when I walk around with Mattis that will just say, like, look at her, that fraud, because it doesn't look like I have any disabilities. So I would just hope people would, instead of judging right away, just take a second to ask someone, like, hey, cool dog, why do you have him?
And this is the next Semper Fi service dog recruit, untrained at this point. But soon, this guy here will be providing service to another vet who today we say, thank you for your service. Shep.